Hello, and thanks for listening to me today. My name's Amanda Greenwood, and I'm going to be explaining and giving some recommendations concerning the gender pay gap in the United States. So, the gender pay gap is hotly contested in the United States right now. I've heard a lot of arguments saying that it's not real or that it's because women are less ambitious than men, and I don't agree with that, and I have a couple points to bring up, and then a couple recommendations to fix the problem. So first, I want to talk about where we're at with the gender pay gap. According to the Pew Research Center in 2020, women earned only 84% of what men did. So that's about 84 cents on the dollar, if my math is correct. And this affects women not only during their working lives, but after they've gone on into retirement, because Social Security and pensions will be lower because they did not earn as much money as men. So we see that this isn't only a problem for working women, it's a problem for the children and caretakers of retired working women when they don't get enough of Social Security and on their pensions to survive on. It really affects all of us. In addition to affecting women who are currently in the workforce. And that gender pay gap seems to be getting smaller very slowly, but since the 80s we have seen it grow, the disparity between men and women's pay gets smaller. And a lot of that, I think, is due to new policies that have come into place. But we're clearly not doing enough because 84 cents on the dollar is not enough. So I have a couple ideas for what we could do to help close that gap. And the first one is I would like to promote higher earning jobs to women, whether that be in high schools or in trade schools. Paid maternity leave would be huge. Paid maternity leave would mean that women get paid for several weeks instead of 2 weeks after they give birth, and could stay in their positions without getting demoted, which would help them earn higher wages. Pay transparency would be huge. Pay transparency, so employers cannot tell their employees that they're not allowed to tell anyone else what they make. And within that, pay being publicly available, pay rates being publicly available to everyone, would help women understand when they're being shorthanded, and they could fight for their own rights to make the same amount as their male counterparts at work. An increased minimum wage would help, and this in particular, but all of these really would help single mothers in particular. So if we want single mothers to thrive and single income households to thrive, I think that would be a key point. The last one that I would like to present at this time is student loan forgiveness programs. The more student loan forgiveness programs we put out there, the more women will feel comfortable going into trade programs to switch into higher paying careers. And I'm not saying we only do this kind of forgiveness for women. I'm saying we do it for everyone, and women might be, especially, like I said, women in single income households where they're the only income would be more inclined to take advantage of these. So as we've seen, helping women make more money now actually benefits all of society. It benefits men, women, children, families, the economy, and I think that that is the way we should go, and those are my recommendations.